Here are just a few of the things we wouldn't have if it weren't for Black people on the internet. All those tweets you sent with the word period, gone. Your Savage Challenge videos, deleted. You starting a sentence with not, aka not you watching this video without following NBCLX on social, gone. You see where I'm going with this? Without Black people, social media and the internet would be very boring. Data shows 70% of Black adults use Facebook, 40% are on Instagram, and 24% use Twitter. And we use it for real. Twitter revealed last year that Black Twitter drives a whopping 20% of the conversation on the platform.
I think about a movie like Bird Box with Sandra Bullock that came out on Netflix.
That's Josiah Johnson, a social media influencer, comedian, and sports writer.
That film ended up by being one of the most viewed, most watched pieces on Netflix simply because of Black Twitter and the Black community, the way they rallied behind it, the memes, the GIFs, all the content that was centered around it.
From the dawn of Black Planet, one of the first social platforms made for the Black community, to the creation of the Shade Room, Black people have been a driving force of social conversation and trends. Clubhouse, the audio-only chat app, took off with the hip-hop industry, helping it reach a valuation of $1 billion in just 9 months. You know, honestly, the best way to describe the impact is by a quote from American playwright George C. Wolfe. God created Black people and Black people created style. But here's the problem. Black people often don't get credit for that style, according to some creators.
Other groups kind of take that from us and a lot of times don't really credit us or, take advantage of the situation, culture vultures as they're called, and things like that.
Here's an example. Remember the Renegade dance? The viral TikTok dance was created by 14-year-old Jelaya Harmon. Who got the credit? Not Harmon. But a lot of white influencers posted videos of themselves doing the dance without crediting her. And according to the New York Times, influencer Charli D'Amelio was so closely associated with the dance that she became known as its CEO for popularizing it. Remember when everything was on fleek? While the person who popularized the phrase, Kayla Lewis, aka Peaches Monroe, gave us a new way to reference our sleek eyebrows or really any dope look. 3 years after she made the phrase mainstream, she only had 3.7 thousand followers on Instagram. Compare that to Cash Me Outside Girl, aka Danielle Bregoli, also known as Bad Baby. She amassed 11 million followers and got a record deal with the same label Cardi B's on. Why the massive disparity?
People blew that up because of her, she wasn't Black and it was different, I feel like. But when a Black girl does it, it's not classy, it's ghetto. We don't want that. You know what I'm saying? But if another ethnicity does that, it comes off to them as funny. You know what I'm saying? And they blow that up.
The discrepancy didn't end there. Lewis had to turn to GoFundMe to raise money for her makeup line. And it's not just about getting credit. Some Black creators report not getting paid fairly when it comes to brand deals. Like 19-year-old influencer Makai McDermott, who said she found out she was getting paid 10 times less than a white model on the set of the same project, according to The Verge. This inspired one woman to take action.
It is undeniable that, there are Black creators that are constantly, at the forefront, but end up being exploited, end up being shortchanged.
Adesuwa Ajayi created Influencer Pay Gap, an entire social media account dedicated to calling out discrepancies for influencers across the industry. The account posts details of brand deals anonymously that Ajayi hopes others can use to negotiate better arrangements.
It's also a space for education, for understanding, equipping influencers, creators with the right tools to navigate the creative industry and the influencer space as well. So a lot of the times the issue is access, putting them in those rooms at the forefront of the conversations that they've helped build and empowering them, giving them, opportunities.
Underneath all this is another problem: digital blackface. An issue Teen Vogue writer Lauren Michelle Jackson called attention to in 2017. It's the term for when a non-Black person or brand appropriates Black culture for social media clout. At some of these companies,
you can't find a Black executive, but tonally their social media speaking in a Black voice, kind of wearing, digital Black faces and promoting themselves in a way, the language, the lingo. And if they talk like they talk in real life on their platform, they wouldn't get the same level of engagement.
I'll give you a sec to delete some of those tweets. So what can you do as a social media user to make sure Black creators get the credit they deserve? It's simple.
When something is trended and it's from a Black person or a Black creator, give us our credit and treat us exactly like you would treat the other races. You know what I'm saying? Predominantly white races. You know what I'm saying? Give us that credit. Put us on a Doritos commercial, like you do on all these other, TikTokers or Instagram or influencers, YouTubers, and all that. Make us the face of something.
Because let's face it, we make your doom scrolling more fun.